Greetings, sir. My second lesson is linked with the first lesson. The first lesson was speaking about listening and speaking. So in the second lesson, I'll do is life skills. We're still going to focus in listening and speaking as my topic is respect and manners. I'll start this lesson to my learners by using my finger puppets. These are my finger puppets, sir. I hope you can see them. This is the first one, Temba. This is the second one, Pilani, with humble written there, which is part of the words that you find when you talk about respect. And then this is carrots. So in this lesson, I'll describe the respect. What is respect by using these three puppets. They'll be showing you respect towards each other, how you speak towards each other when you have respect, or rather when you have manners. So I'll try to incorporate the speaking skills and also the listening. I will tell a story to my learners using those puppets. I'll tell them a story of differences. If the first puppet is a bit darker and the second puppet is a bit lighter, as I've shown here, I have a brown puppet and a gray puppet, a finger puppet. So I'll tell a story of differences and then I'll ask my learners, so learners, since I've told you a story about differences, how would you approach each other? Would you talk in a bad way or in a disrespectful way to each other, so that you show that you respect each other? So, and then I'll give them a chance to answer. They'll raise their hands telling me that no ma'am. That will help them to understand that there are words that you need to use and that you shouldn't use. So I'll try to even write on the board different words that they need to know. I try to put them on a chart here, the words that you can use when you talk to people or when you approach people. So let me do this so that it can be clear, sir, and you can see, such as listening, valuing each other, being considerate, having a good attitude, being thoughtful, recognizing each other, tolerating and honoring each other. I'll make the young learners to understand also that when someone helps you or when someone shows a gesture which is more appreciable and shows respect to you, you should say thank you, and you should show love and have courtesy with one another. Yes, sir. I'll then introduce a golden rule. A golden rule is known as a rule that makes everyone understand each other and listen to each other's opinion. Everyone needs to listen. So a golden rule, you need to raise your hand before even saying anything. So here I have a teacher, which is me and my learners. I'll try to make them sit around me when they have opinions, or they must come a bit closer so that it can be much easier for them to speak to me and I can see everyone. This is a demonstration of a picture of a teacher trying to implement a golden rule. I'll try to pair them up and see if this is working and learners are really understanding the way of. Learners will need to know that they also need to respect their classroom. The things that they find in the classroom, such as the chairs that I spoke about in the first lesson, such as each other's properties, such as the bag that you have, another person's machine, another person's pencil. You need to respect each other's things so that you become a better person and it's more conducive or rather conductive to the class when you're learning, and also you make the teacher's job much easier and you become a good girl. And I'll reward the learners that show respect towards each other. I'll give them sweets, stickers to show that I really appreciate them. I'll pair my learners. When I've paired my learners, I'll give them scenarios or rather pictures because they like learning with pictures, and it's much easier for the foundation phase learners to learn with pictures. I'll give them pictures and then or another pulling it, so it would show that there's a person who's not respecting another person's belongings. So they'll need to say the girl is not respecting the other boys' belongings, the bag. Maybe they can tell us that they're not respecting the bag that the person has, or someone is taking someone's pencil without permission on the paper, and the other one looks angry and furious. So they can tell us this person is now angry because they took their they can tell us that the other person is angry because another learner took their belongings without their permission, which is disrespect. Other things can be scenarios of people greeting each other. People greeting each other, and you can see that they both uttering words of hello and appreciating one another. So learners can say that Themba and Thandi are greeting each other. That shows a gesture of respect, and now that will help them understand certain words that you can use as gestures of respect, and you are able now to walk them through along the topic, and they keep on gaining more and more, because as you go along you end up giving them assessment which they will use to rate, or rather to follow the progress of how they've understand the topic. Along the way, I'll implement strategies that will also allow the shy learners to express themselves, because shy learners are not easy to talk or be a bit bubbly. So I'll try to use strategies that will accommodate them, come closer to them, ask them since it's COVID, it's not even easy to come closer to them, but at least maybe ask them to write their answers on the paper, and then I can read those answers out aloud, because most of those learners can't are not more vocally or more audio or more of the people who like to be oral. Yes.